Since Sunday, Spirit has canceled about 1,800 flights, including 148 right here in Tampa. The CEO saying we couldn't get in front of it. As thousands of passengers are left stranded in Tampa and elsewhere, we wanted to know what rights you have for reimbursement should your flight be canceled. Fox 13's Jennifer Holton joins us live from Tampa International Airport with what you need to know no matter what airline you fly. Hi, Jen.
Hey, Linda, and yes, these points are so important to remember because this chaotic travel headache with Spirit is now moving into its 6th day, and with over 100 flights canceled here in and out of Tampa on Spirit, it's really important for passengers to know what you legally can request and what those airlines are not obligated to reimburse.
Lines of passengers anxious to get home continued to form at the Spirit counter Friday. Megan Sullivan gave up and bought a Southwest ticket.
To rebook my other flight, I spent $230.
Sullivan says she received a credit from Spirit instead of a refund.
And them just giving me like a credit for the future is kind of a waste to me because I don't want to fly with them again.
If the flight is canceled, whether it be from mechanical or weather, they're entitled to a refund.
Attorney Dale Appell says it's on the passengers to know.
Airline is not required to tell you about that, so it's important to know.
The U.S. Department of Transportation says you're entitled to a refund, but when it comes to other expenses, it depends on the airline.
All of those things are covered by your contract with the airline. Every airline is different.
So here's what we found within Spirit Airline's contract of carriage. They say with limited exceptions, the airline will not reimburse guests for flights they book on other carriers. So if you rebook on Delta, for example, Spirit is probably not picking up that tab. They also will not assume expenses due to a cancellation. But it does say in the case of a cancellation of their doing, they can rebook you the next day. And they may offer overnight hotel accommodations for non-local guests. Still, Appell says it's worth a try.
Since a lot of the determination is made by the agent at the gate, that old saying about you get more flies with honey than vinegar applies here. Certainly be patient with them. They're under a lot of stress, and they have a lot of discretion about things like vouchers and hotels.
And Linda, I witnessed the truth in that statement today. One woman who was traveling on Spirit in the next day, she was concerned that her flight was going to be canceled, so she came to the airport and asked to cancel her flight and get a refund. The first woman she went to told her, no, we can't do that, absolutely not. We don't know if it's going to be canceled yet. But then 15 minutes later, she tried again, and a different woman did refund that flight for her.
Wow, so a lack of consistency as well. Okay, so wasn't there legislation to create an actual passenger Bill of Rights on Capitol Hill in the past?
Yes. So a couple of years ago, a Democratic senator from Connecticut, Richard Blumenthal, introduced legislation that essentially is a passenger Bill of Rights, and that would require airlines to refund these tickets if there is a cancellation. But it went further than that. It also, free of charge, would have rebooked you even on another airline, so passengers weren't on the hook for that. However, that legislation didn't even make it to the Senate floor. We do know that he is going to reintroduce it in this upcoming Congress. And he did put out a statement on Spirit saying that its fiasco illustrates really the urgent need for significantly stronger consumer rights for air passengers, rights that are long overdue to, quote, restore the sanity to the skies. Linda.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a frustrating situation, and Spirit certainly isn't the only airline having issues right now. All right, Jen, thank you.